Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 66 plate Ford Transit Connect. This is the 200 model, meaning it's got a 2-ton gross vehicle weight. This has got the 1.5 TDCi Euro 6 diesel engine with 120 brake horsepower. And this is the short wheelbase, low roof limited van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Connect Limited of this age. And we'll also talk you through the condition, service history of this particular example, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So starting here, as we always do, at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. What I mean by that, 2 doors which open like so. On a limited model, you do get a number of elements which are color coded. That includes the door handles, the mirrors, and also the front bumper. In terms of the condition here at the rear on these rear barn doors, I've got to say it's looking in fantastic order. It really is. There's a couple of very minor marks here to the plastic of the rear bumper, and you can also see while we're down here we've got integrated rear parking sensors there in the rear bumper. But all in all, paintwork wise, that is looking absolutely fantastic. You can see in the reflections there's no dents or anything like that. Opening up the rear barn doors then, this is one of the areas where this van really does shine, and that is in the load area. If you press these little yellow buttons here, you can open the door right out there to its full 180 degree position, and you can do exactly the same with the other door as well. Give that a push the button in there, and then open the door right out there to 180 degrees, and there you are. You've got full accessibility then into the back of the van. You can see the van is ply lined, so in lovely order there. That is there, of course, to protect the vehicle from any outward dents. This one has got an optional extra, and that is the LED load light here in the back. And you can see here the lining that has been done in here is to a very high standard. So we've got this very nice rubber overmat here, but underneath that we've got the very hard wearing marine ply floor. Under that you've got the original plastic floor as well, so plenty of protection in the back of the van. You can also see that we've got a bulkhead there, which is removable. They are just bolted in around the outside, and there's also the load through hatch as well to be able to load items right the way into the passenger side. But in terms of condition, as I say, it's just clearly been very well looked after. We actually supplied this vehicle about 2 years ago to the previous owner, and I know that it has had very little use since. So as I say, it was nice when it left us, and as I say, it's equally as nice now, it must be said. Looking here then, we get the 16-inch alloy wheels on the limited van, and again they're all in very good order with the looks. Opening up the passenger door, looking very smart in here, and having a look at that bulkhead. If we open up the passenger front door, we can then show you this. So a little red tab up on top of the passenger seat, give that a pull, and you can then fold that all the way down, and that gives you then the load length, as I mentioned, all the way through into the passenger footwell there. And again, you can see that's had very little use. The back of that seat is all in really good order. While we're here, I'd like to also show you the service book. So we have got a couple of services there listed in the service book, last at 23,542 miles. I don't think the miles are much more than that now, but always lovely to see service history with the van. With these front seats, I've shown you the back can come down there. We've also got a little handle just here, so you can pick the seat up from the bottom, and we've also got storage there in the middle with a USB and AUX port just there as well. If you pull on this red tab for the center seat, you can then fold that down, and that's got a little work tray with a couple of cup holders and also somewhere to store your paperwork. I'll talk you through the rest of the spec when we go through to the driver's side. In terms of condition here, that door card is all lovely on the floor as well. There is a rubber overmat there, but you can just see how nice it is underneath as well. I say it's been very, very well looked after. Shut the doors, move around to the front. So you can see that this one has had sidebars added. They wouldn't have been from the factory, but they have been added. And we've got the color-coded mirrors just there. Looking at the condition of the front, you can see, as I say, color-coded front bumper. We've also got front fog lights as well. And condition here is looking very, very smart. There's no sort of excessive chipping or anything like that. It's looking very clean and tidy. A couple of little nail marks just there around that little cap, but otherwise very difficult to fault. And then looking here down the driver's side as well, trying to see if there's any little dents or anything I can point out to you, but I must say this is a very clean example. If we open up the driver's door, we can then have a look at the spec inside here. So we have electric windows, electric folding mirrors. We've got height adjustability on the driver's seat, and that you can just see how clean and tidy that driver's seat is. Doesn't smell like a smoker's vehicle or anything like that. Auto activated lights. You've got 2 full remote keys with the vehicle. We can lift up the mat here, have a look at the floor there. So there's no excessive wear on the floor, as you can see. If we jump in, we can then start to have a look at some of the spec in here. Mileage 26,127 miles. We've got the leather multi-functioning steering wheel, so you've got the nice stitch underneath there. Onboard computer controls on the left hand side here, cruise control underneath, and then you've got your radio controls and your phone controls on the right hand side. 6-speed manual gearbox to go along that 120 brake horsepower engine. In the middle here then we have heated windscreen, air conditioning, and as you can see here, because I've just recently parked the vehicle, you have got the rear parking sensor display up there as well. You can just see in the top corner you've also got DAB radio, and this is of course where you can connect your phone as well via Bluetooth. Just down to the left hand side you've got a driver's heated seat, lovely bit of spec to have, and a 12-volt socket just down there as well. As I say, in terms of condition, absolutely impossible to fault. Another 12-volt socket up on there. The little clip for that is just hidden under there. Little tip for you there on a Connect. So just to summarise, 2017 on a 66 plate Ford Transit Connect Limited. It's the 200 model, so 2-ton gross vehicle weight, 1.5 litre TDCI diesel engine, Euro 6, being on a 66 plate. So you can take this into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ULEZ charge. 120 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox. Fantastic spec on a Limited, including cruise control, air conditioning, and that lovely lining condition in the back as well. Absolutely fantastic. And you've also got service history as well. And again, we'll be putting it through our workshop to go through it and just double check everything again. If you'd like to see the full advert, including the price, head over to our website there, bridgendvans.co.uk, and we'll also invite inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange, and we can deliver our vehicles nationwide. And of course all of our vehicles come with their own personal 3-month or 5,000 mile parts and labour warranty on any mechanical issues. Thank you very much for watching.